Okay, hello all. I hope this is working. My name is Anni and I'm here doing this quitting caffeine support live. So everybody who wants can join here in the chat, and if you wanna ask something or if you wanna share your own stories or if you have a lot of symptoms or anxiety, you are welcome here. I want you to know that you are not alone. And one reason that I started to make these quitting caffeine support lives, and one reason why I started to make videos about my own journey was because I was going through very hard withdrawal journey, and that's why I said to myself that when I start to feel better, then I want to help others, and that's why I'm here. And I hope you are all doing good and that you are safe. So let's see what kind of life we have today. First, I'm just gonna wait that if people will come, and then I start speak more. Okay, I am trying to see if this chat is working because my computer is a little bit slow. I have very old school computer, so don't worry. I hope you can see me, and if there is somebody here with me, just put some comments or emoji or something if you see me or if you can hear me, so I know that I'm here and I'm just not speaking by myself, and maybe because sometimes my connection doesn't work, and then of course it's good that someone says something if this is working. So, but welcome all, whoever you are always warmly welcome here. Today's live, I wanted to talk a little bit about anxiety, because I think all of us have deal with anxiety in this journey. Even if you have like gone through like short withdrawal, it could be that in the beginning of your journey you did suffer like anxiety. I did have anxiety a hell of a lot anxiety in my journey, and that's why I think it's also important to speak about that, and also like we can speak about how to manage to deal with anxiety when it feels that it's so heavy that you can't cope with your own life. Hello, long time no see, pitkästä aikaa. Mitenkäs sinä jakselet siellä? How are you? So in my own journey, I think that anxiety was the like maybe the hardest and biggest symptom, because there can be so many symptoms under the anxiety, like physical symptoms and of course mental symptoms. And I did have a lot of both, but I also had a lot of those adrenaline rush feelings when sometimes anxiety can also cause adrenaline surges, like those feelings what you get when you are like normally in that fight or flight state, and stress can also cause those, but like for me anxiety also caused a lot of those adrenaline surges, and those were really annoying symptom. That's happy to hear that you are good. I don't know if you have been dealing those, but in my own journey it was always when I tried to do something, like if I tried to do something more, like even in the beginning in my journey, like very basic stuff caused me a lot of anxiety and that adrenaline rush. So it was difficult because I couldn't function in my daily life. And if you are suffering also, I want to support you that now it sucks. It can feel that it never ends, but it will end, and then you feel a lot of better when you are not slave of caffeine anymore. So, but I also wanna like keep doing this live, because if there is somebody who is suffering long time like I did, I think it's really important to have support, because I had so many times in my journey that I thought that it can't be withdrawals anymore. I should be like feeling better now. But it was anxiety, and like I'm glad that I trusted that at some point it will ease. It starts to ease. Not maybe like suddenly, but little by little it starts to ease. And where I am in my journey, next week it will be 21 months without any caffeine, and for me it's like I never thought that this moment will come. And if you are feeling like that, don't worry, it will come in your journey. Also, that point that you really are happy that you went through withdrawals. And one funny thing is that some point when you start to feel better, you start also forget how bad your anxiety or withdrawals maybe were, if you had even like bad withdrawals like I did. So then it really important is don't go back to caffeine. Don't do that. For me, this journey was like such a shock, so I never could do that. But I also now, because I start to enjoy my life, I also start to forget how hard my withdrawals was, because even I never can forget that, but it's good that I don't have to like think about it anymore. But it's important that we don't go back to caffeine. So I just wanted to say that when you start to feel better, don't go back to caffeine. Because it is a drug. But yes, how you have been dealing with your symptoms, and what helps you in your journey? Let's see what I can put there. Some tree emojis, because for me being in the nature has been really important, like for me in this journey. Like when I had like really, really bad days, many days that I felt like that I'm dying, I just went out to the nature and just sit there and like I let myself be like fucked up, like, because I think there is no miracle cure in some things. Like if you are like recovering addict, I know it really sucks, but you just have to let that anxiety be there as long as it wants to be there, and all the symptoms, and with that time those symptoms will start to go away. And of course you can try everything what feels good for you, and you can go doctor and check yourself, and you can take supplements, you can eat healthy food, and whatever you feel that is like makes you feel better. But for me it was like time was only the real healer, and that's how it was. It seems that maybe it's gonna be quiet live today, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm excited about because spring is coming soon, and then we can have a little bit more sunlight here where I live in Finland. I have felt that winter have been so long and dark, like it's never gonna end. But now I already see like more light, and it's nice because like dark is coming maybe like 4 o'clock, so I have more time to be outside when it's like light there. So because for me that sunlight and light, it's like I kind of like wake up. Like I'm a summer person, even I like snow and I like winter, but I love sun, so I wait for the summer very much. And then I also can start to do gardening stuff, so it's nice. Let's see. Hello. I haven't yet voted, mutta minä aion äänestää VKK:ta. Valta kuuluu kansalle. Ja nyt on kyllä tärkeää äänestää, koska itse ainakin koen, että nyt on hulluus valloillaan, koska lasten rokotukset, niistä tuntuu edes pahalta puhua, mutta se on totuus. Ja niin kuin, en tiedä sitten kuinka paljon niitä ääniä, niin kuin, kuinka niin kuin paljon on vaalivilppiä tai muuta, mutta en tiedä mitä te ajattelette. Yes, but I thought that in this election I'm gonna vote, because this madness have to end, and it will end. It will end in some point. Yes. Yes, I also have felt that like lot of people are like starting to wake up. Like maybe not enough yet, but it's good that people are waking up and all over the world seeing this madness. And of course, it's getting harder and harder for us who don't want to take that crazy jab, because of course they are trying to put us in the corner. So we just have to stay strong. Yeah. Maybe someone doesn't understand what I'm speaking about, but I'm speaking about our freedom. And for me, that's really important, that people will have freedom and all that madness will end. Even that's not like we are a little bit like out of caffeine withdrawal issues, but kind of like that's caffeine also is like one thing that I think I was slave of caffeine, so something common about those. Hello, how are you? Ah, it's nice to see new people here, but I hope you are all like doing good, and remember that you can ask me. I don't always have like maybe so much to say in these lives. I repeat that same stuff, but why I'm doing this is because if somebody wants to like ask me something, or if you just want to support, or if you just want to come here when you have really difficult day or really hard day, that lot of symptoms, lot of anxiety, just know that it will ease and you are not alone. Yeah, you are not alone at all, because I felt so many times here in Finland, everybody drinks like tons of caffeine. People drink caffeine like a water, like it's really hard to explain for somebody that if I start to explain that I did have like hell of a long caffeine withdrawals, and also those post-acute withdrawal symptoms, like really long, even after a year. So it's like people doesn't understand that, and then you can feel really lonely. I was lonely, and even I had decided that I'm not gonna listen anything negative. I just wanted to like trust that I get better. I didn't want to listen anything that it's something else, or I have something cancer or a brain tumor. Even I did have symptoms that I felt that I have all kind of diseases that I can never imagine. But I just always say to myself that I'm gonna give myself that 18 months, and if I'm not start to feel better after that, then then I can like start to lose my mind, and I was start to lose my mind before that many times, but like if you just give yourself time, it will all go away. Happy to hear that, and thank you. I'm very happy that people are like found this channel, and it's never too late to quit caffeine. Like in my life, I drink caffeine like a water, and I'm not dead yet, so it's never too late to quit that. But the craziest thing was that I never thought that caffeine is like heavy drug. I don't know, it was maybe because I had used that since childhood, so it had like affected me in so long time. So it was kind of what the fuck for me how I felt after I quit cold turkey. And of course, if I had knew how crazy drug it is, I never have shouldn't quit cold turkey after such heavy amounts because it was like I should have been in some kind of mental hospital in the first 6 months. That's how hard it was. But I thought like if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I just said to myself that I'm not going to back anymore. So, and I'm glad that it happened. Everything always happens, like there is always a reason why things happen, so no need to worry. But yes, if you have been using like crazy amounts of caffeine, then maybe it's good to do some tapering, like slowly, like I don't know what's the like right way, but you will find that right way. There is many ways people are speaking about in those, like in that Facebook group, that quitting caffeine Facebook group. You can find like a lot of information from there, or Reddit decaf. You can find like some advices how people have done that. But I'm pretty much like all or nothing type, or like for me it's I'm pretty much like that. I think if I do something, I quit cold turkey, or then I'm not gonna do that at all. It's about like everybody is different. Everybody is different. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel that because now I don't have mental illness, and because my OCD was like uh, giving me so much problems in my daily life, because I was always afraid that something bad will happen, or that I do something wrong, or that somebody is doing something wrong. I have those instructive thoughts all the time. So if you know what OCD is, then you know. Yes, like I can explain a little bit about OCD if somebody doesn't know. There is many kind of OCD, but like basically OCD can be like you do some kind of routine all the time, or you check things. Like I did check a lot of like things, like I can say example, I checked that candles are there like burning. I did have to go back and forth and back and forth, like check those. Or I did have to check if I put lights off. And sometimes when I was going in my work, I have to go back home and check that I like turn everything off. I don't know if you understand what I'm speaking. It's one type of OCD. Then it can be like all kind of like I did have those thoughts that I am bad, I do something bad, or something bad happens, that I'm some kind of really bad. Those thoughts can be crazy thoughts. So like thoughts that you never would do, never ever you would do those, but because those thoughts are in your head, and those thoughts are so scary and crazy, it can make you feel that you are a bad person. And yeah, you know that. And in my life it felt many times that I did want to like hurt myself, because I thought that I'm so bad. But I never wouldn't hurt any I didn't want to hurt anybody else, but I was like, I was thinking that like, what is wrong with me, why I had those thoughts. And never, no one, no doctor, no therapists, because I was in therapy like maybe over 5 years. I have been in psychotherapy. I don't know what is the right word in English, when I was younger. And never no one didn't say me that caffeine can cause you OCD. Hello. And they gave me, when I was in my 20s, they gave me a lot of medicines like benzos and a lot of those SSRE medicines. And always doctors say that OCD will never go away. It's always there. But I can say you who said that you were wrong, because OCD is gone now. No OCD. And like, it's good that this awareness will grow, that caffeine really can cause a lot of mental illness, because it's true. And then it's like, all those big companies that sells medicines, and people are like getting more sick, and follow the money, and what is happening. But like, it's craziness. And even I did withdrawal from benzos also, but I didn't have used them very long. So my withdrawals from benzos was like very, very like easy if I compare that caffeine withdrawals, because of course caffeine I was using like every day, every single a day, many cups a day. But benzos I did use like only short time. And in that moment, when I quit, I did deal withdrawals, but it was like a lot of easier. But now I haven't used any medicines except like that painkiller medicine for those headaches I have used in this journey. But I just didn't want to take any medicines, because it was just my own decision. But remember, you always do what feels best for you. And don't blame yourself if you have to take medicine, then you take medicine. Like, there is no wrong way. You just have to like find your own way. But for me, I thought that I suffer time that I have to suffer without medicine, because then I get better. And that was how it went. But I know that if you have a lot of going on in your life, if you have children, if you have job, if you have a lot of like, I didn't have any stress, outside coming stress when I quit, and I still was like hell of a pain because my life is very simple. I don't have nothing like pretty much but my own head in my life. But like, if you have a lot of like responsibilities, you have job and hobbies and kids, then you have to like do what is best for you, and you have to think when it's good time to quit. And like, all the support it's good that you can get. Yeah, I did. After 1 year, I really started to feel better. So first 6 months was really hard, and after then, I did have started to get better moments. First better moments, not like even all day better day. And then I started to have good days, and then I started to, after a year, I started to feel, oh, I'm really getting better, but I still suffered those post-acute withdrawal symptoms. If you Google post-acute withdrawal symptoms, you know that it's a real thing, and many people are suffering for those after using a drug or alcohol or painkillers or whatever drug. So yeah, that's how it went in my first year was hardest. Yeah, I'm sure. I hope that you will soon start to get a better moments. Then it's easier to cope. Yeah, it's really hard when anxiety is there. Are you asking, did I use zodiac medicine, or I haven't used that? Yeah, I know, but I'm sure that soon you will start to have those better moments. And yeah, it can like for my case it was I didn't even realize at the first 3 months that I was suffering caffeine withdrawals. Like I did realize that I did have those, but my really hard journey beginning in my 4 to 6 months. My fourth, 5 and 6 months was the hardest. First 3 months was pretty easy if I compare to that. Not easy, of course. I have tons of symptoms, but 4 to 6 months was. And those of you who doesn't know, I quit all caffeine, like also chocolate and everything. So I don't know if you are still drinking decaf or you are using caffeine. Then I don't know how it's gonna happen. Do you have withdrawals or not? Don't worry. I didn't cope also at stress. It was even little thing that happened in my life. Even like some dog was barking all the time, like like outside. I was like, what is that? I can't stand that. So like anxiety can do that. Yeah, don't worry, but be really kind to yourself. Be really kind to yourself, and remember that don't be afraid that if I did have a hard withdrawal journey, it doesn't mean that you will have so hard. You have your own journey. I did use hell of a lot caffeine, so I did have to pay that like bill. But everybody it's different. But but for me, I wouldn't go back anymore because there have been so much good benefits. And one good benefit is that I have energy all day long without that crashing. Like when I'm tired, I take nap, but I'm not like crashing like I was when I was like using caffeine like 5 cups a day or more. I was like all the time I was have those energy crash, and then we have when I was still working, we have like 3 coffee breaks at work, and then I also drink my own morning coffee, and sometimes I drink also evening coffee, which was crazy. So you can imagine how it was. Yeah, but don't worry. Ha, that's like I don't know. Here everybody does that. So it was really hard to even like questioning that for me because I did use that stuff since childhood, and because there is also so much caffeine in other like the stuff like those teas, green tea, white tea, black tea, and of course sodas, Coke, and if you are using energy drinks, oh my god, those are the worst. So or maybe some people are just soda drinkers. You can have caffeine withdrawals just drinking soda, or some people get withdrawals just drinking tea. So caffeine is what is the drug. It will, I'm sure of that. And many people doesn't know that. Many people thinks that only coffee contains caffeine. So if there is watching some people who doesn't know, there is also caffeine in teas and chocolate, and also of course energy drinks and sodas. So coffee is not only thing that contains caffeine, but don't worry. Don't worry if you thought like that, because I also didn't know how much like there is caffeine in different like I used some supplements that contains caffeine before I quit. Some like detox supplements, and there was those green tea extracts. So be aware for those also. Always check the labels. Don't worry. It's just also at when you have those hardest moments, it's just how you can spend time, like how you can spend time. Like for some people it's good if you keep yourself busy, like you have something to do so you can spend time, so you don't like you don't have to think about all the time that anxiety and that shit that is going on. But for me it was like I did a lot of meditation and a lot of walking into nature, because I am not busy. I don't have a lot of going on in my life, but you know we are different. You have to find what is right way to you to keep going. Like and I did also a lot of praying. Some point I just said that I hope that God you will help me, because I can't even connect to you because I am so messed up. So meditation and praying and walking and things that make me feel a little bit more hopeful. It will leave. Anxiety will leave. Anxiety doesn't last forever. It's like, yeah, it's good that you have been doing a little, like some, like you just like maybe dishing to like washing dishes or like normal, yeah, cleaning. I did a little bit cleaning, but in my first months some days was hard. I couldn't even clean my house. So then you give yourself a rest if you can, and then when you have better day, better moment at first, then do those things that you have to do. So like be very kind to yourself. I did start to connect with God and like to myself, because I was dissociating at first. And if somebody doesn't know what dissociating is, it's feeling that you are not present in your body. It's kind of, you can like see that there you are in the mirror, but you can't connect with that. You are like looking almost like some other person. It was really hard to feel like that. So I did start to feel more connected to myself maybe in my 8 or 9 months. Like I did have really good days again. And don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Because you know that house can wait, but it's important. It's most important that you will heal. Then we can do those other stuff, like and if you have somebody who can help you, it's always good. Ask in that situation, if you can ask help. Yeah, it is like it's a lot like a mess at first, like a big mess, but it will get better. And maybe there are people who doesn't have withdrawals, and then it means that you haven't been like addict. You haven't maybe you haven't like use that stuff, so it did damage to you. But I think in my life, caffeine did damage for me, like in my very young years, because my OCD started pretty much when I started to drink caffeine. Like, I was cool back then, but I don't remember the age when I started to have OCD and panic attacks, but I was cool then. Because we have that crazy teacher in our school who sell coffee to the kids, and he even said that we don't have to even pay that. He could like loan that money. I don't know how to explain that, but it was, now when I think it backwards, it was pretty crazy. So if you are a teacher, don't sell caffeine or coffee to the kids. What the fuck is that? Yeah. I also have had one crazy teacher who did like this me. It's like tukkapölly in Finnish, but I don't know what's in English. But you cannot do that for kids. Like, it was many years ago. So but yes, it's also good to have some humor in life. Like, if you can, like, watch some stand-up comedy, or like try to take moments, like you can do something, like watch something funny, because if you have a lot of fear or anxiety, it's good that you give yourself like watch something nonsense, or yeah, that's good. Yeah, I can tell a lot about those crazy teacher stuff that she made us do. It was nobody even doesn't believe if I tell these things, that woman was like she was sick, but she was old. She has been dead for like long long time by now, but I always remember that, because we were just a little kids, and she was like almost like Hitler, if she would be like woman Hitler almost. We also have to brought like our old toothbrush in our home, and then we have to clean that our table in school. It's Finnish in pulpetti. I don't know what is in English, but it was like crazy stuff that she made us do. But I only have that teacher like my 3 years, so because then we move in another another place. So but yeah, I did have restless legs. Actually, I did have also restless legs when I was going through my post-acute withdrawal symptoms. So every now and then, after a year, I still had restless legs, usually in nighttime. So it can be also one symptom. I don't know if anxiety also can cause that, but I did also have that. All right, I think soon this support group will be starting to close to an end. I don't want to keep too long support groups, because then it's too much. But I hope that you maybe get a little bit help, or even you smile a little bit. So I will make my update video soon. Not maybe next week. Next week I had a lot of stuff to do, but like well, not so lot of stuff, but maybe when I'm over like in my 21 months, like next week I will be 21 months, so I'm gonna do my update like in that month. So then you can hear what kind of benefits I have been like having since my last video. And like because all the time it's get better, and it can be like when you think that withdrawals are over and you are not feeling bad anymore, but then you actually start to feel even better. So many things can improve still after your withdrawals are kind of over. So this is really like worth of waiting, and I think it's kind of almost felt like kind of some kind of restart for my system, like um like there have been so many things that are not been working like they have been should working when I was using caffeine. It's really hard to explain. I don't know if you did understand, but kind of like you start to feel like more that version of you that you are without any drugs or any stimulant, like that natural energy version of you and without mental illness. I don't know if that was like well said, but anyway, I wish you a good Sunday evening, and now I'm gonna go. I have been baking today also a cake. I don't know why I have been starting bake a cake now, but maybe I eat a little cake today. So do something funny today, even you don't feel funny or happy. Do something like, or do something crazy. Go to the outside and scream and or do something. So I'm gonna send you a lot of kiss, and remember that you are wonderful and you will heal. So bye bye.